It is truly no secret to anyone who lives in society right now that everyone is obsessed with protein. Y'all, did protein get a new publicist? What's going on? Companies are putting protein in things that have no business having protein. Protein is truly everywhere. The girls are gagging. Not always in the good way. I'm honestly so confused about the current protein craze because as someone who grew up with disordered eating, I'm kind of like, didn't we already do this? Myself and a lot of people I know were eating like 5 Quest bars a day in 2015. I thought we already did this. Where were y'all when I was eating raw tempeh straight from the fridge in 2016? But this past year, it is truly on another level. Every day I open TikTok and someone is doing something truly harrowing with cottage cheese. I also kind of don't understand it because I feel like it's kind of easy to get protein. Like putting protein powder in water literally tastes like chocolate milk. I feel like a child every time I get home from the gym and it's time for my chocolate milk. But people are still truly finding new ways to consume protein. And so today I thought we would try some of the weirdest TikTok protein food trends that I've seen. Some of them are scary. Cloud bread? Girl, that's shampoo. That looks like something I saw in my last apartment when I drilled something wrong and ripped part of the wall out. But so many of these things, everyone always acts like they're just so delicious. And so today I thought we would try some of them and see if they're actually good. You know, I gotta say, some of them are definitely making me a little concerned for everyone's mental health, which leads me to the sponsor of today's video. So far this year in my mental health journey, I've really been focused on changing habits that are getting in my way. And one important part of that is setting boundaries with some of the relationships I have. Over the years, I've definitely let other people in my life affect me way more than they should. And it honestly took a while for me to even realize that. Having a therapist though is definitely something that has helped me identify where some boundaries are needed. Whether it's not replying to someone's texts right away and taking some space, or saying no to hanging out and spending more time alone with myself, etc. Setting some boundaries has really helped me be more connected with myself and my needs. And it's not always fun. One of the first times I had to set some boundaries, it made me really anxious and feel selfish, and then I've gotten worried that the other person is getting upset with me. But in turn, I found it's also made those relationships even stronger when I'm able to take the time and show up as my better self. And having the support and perspective of a therapist can make the process a lot easier. You guys know I love therapy. I think it can be such an important tool. And today's sponsor, BetterHelp, makes starting therapy easier. It's super easy to get started. You just fill out a questionnaire and they will match you with a therapist in as little as a couple days. You can also communicate however you prefer, whether it's by phone, a video call, or even just by texts. I've used BetterHelp myself in the past. I think it's a good, easy way to get connected to a therapist quickly and see how therapy can help you. And if you're not vibing with your therapist and feel like it's not the right fit, they make it easy to switch therapists at any time. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/andrewlowe to get 10% off your first month of therapy. Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, and thanks to you all for hearing them out. And all right, let's get back to the vid. All right, y'all, let's get started. Okay, the first one I want to try is the viral high-protein Japanese cheesecake hack. I'm sure you've seen this one. It was going really viral. Basically, you take a thing of Greek yogurt and you shove a bunch of Biscoff cookies in it. And then it's supposed to taste like cheesecake? Let's watch. Yeah? Pretty self-explanatory. Then you put it in the fridge for a while. And then it gets all soft. And I guess tastes like cheesecake. Oh, she loves it. Wow. I've also seen some people do it with cottage cheese where they like blend up cottage cheese with an immersion blender and then shove the Biscoff cookies in. Not gonna do that one, love. Not gonna do that. This one is kind of funny to me because I feel like it's obviously gonna taste good because you're shoving a bunch of cookies in it. I guess it's extra protein, but it's giving dessert. Well, y'all, let's try it. It's gotta sit in the fridge for a while, so let's not waste time. I got the same Greek yogurt that she had, the Siggy's brand. Wait. This has so much sugar in it too. Remove the label to read our story. I don't need to do that. Enjoy straight from the tub, add to a smoothie, create a breakfast bowl, or use in your favorite recipe. Well, I'm gonna be using it in a recipe. Not sure if it's my favorite. Only one way to find out. Also, y'all, I don't think I realized you could buy these at the store. I feel like genuinely the only time I've ever had these is on an airplane. But I got a whole pack of them. The serving size is 4. Okay. Wow. All right, well, here we go. Yeah, pretty easy recipe. Then we just shove them in rows. Does she do 2 layers? No, I guess not. All right, there they go. Okay, it's overflowing a little. Uh-oh, girl. Oh no. Need to take some out. But all right, very easy. All right, let me try the yogurt just on its own. Yeah, it's fine. It does not taste like it has as much sugar in it as it does. That's crazy, I didn't realize. All right, well then we just shove it all in. Oh my God, oh, she's squirting. That's what it looks like. And then we just put it in the fridge until they soften. And then we have cheesecake or something. Okay, it's probably gonna take a while. So if you wanna see how this turns out, keep watching this video. Maybe I'll do it at the end. It feels crazy eating this not on a plane. All right, y'all, the next weird TikTok protein food trend I wanna try is something people are calling fluffy Jell-O. Let's watch.
I lost 100 pounds by eating high volume and low calorie. So let's make this fluffy Jell-O. The whole pan is 54 grams of protein and around 300 calories. To make this fluffy Jell-O, we're gonna use 2 sugar-free strawberry Jell-O packets, 2 cups and a half of boiling water, and we're gonna let it cool down for a little bit. Once it cooled down, we're gonna add in 2 cups of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and we're gonna mix it in well. We're then just gonna place it in the fridge to set for 3 to 4 hours or overnight. When ready to eat, just top with some fat-free whipped cream, and you just made a cheat code of a dessert. This fluffy Jell-O is worth all the hype. It's so good.
I'm so sorry to anyone who has trypophobia or whatever it's called. So that is a sponge. Can't say it necessarily looks good, but I feel like it could be. Low-key, it doesn't feel that crazy. It's basically just like flavored Greek yogurt with a different texture. So, all right, let's try it. Pretty simple. Mine will have slightly less protein because gelatin is a vegetarian, but I have some vegan strawberry sugar-free Jell-O mix and some Greek yogurt, so let's try. Okay, I don't know if mine is different than his. He just added 2 cups of boiling water. Mine says to do 1/3 cup of cold water and then 1 1/3 cups of boiling water, so I'm gonna follow this just in case. Oh, this feels hard. Wait, is this expired? No, we're good. Oh, and then he tops it with whipped cream, and so did everyone else that I've seen do this, so I got some sugar-free whipped cream here. All right, mine's a little clumpy. All right, I got 1/3 cup of cold water. Whisk it up. Okay, should I have done like a smaller container? Okay, I think that's mostly dissolved. All right, y'all, I got the water boiled. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She's spilling everywhere. All right, and 1 1/3 cups. Let's mix that up. All right, there's some little clumps. I'm trying to get it. Okay, and then he said to let this cool a little, and then we're gonna mix in 2 cups of the Greek yogurt. And I guess I'll use like slightly less than 2 cups because this only called for 1 2/3 cups of water and his did 2 cups. Gotta get this recipe right. So, all right, we'll let this cool for a little bit and then add our protein. All right, y'all, this is room temperature. Now we're gonna add the 2 cups of Greek yogurt. All right, and then we whisk it up. If it will. Y'all, it doesn't really want to mix. All right, there we go. All right, y'all, there we have it. Got it all mixed. Okay, not bad. All right, and now it says to refrigerate for 60 minutes. I'm gonna throw this in the fridge and we'll see how it is when it's done. All right, y'all, time to try our fluffy Jell-O. Okay, it is so late at night. This has been sitting for hours and hours and hours. I checked it like 2 hours ago and it still wasn't set, and it still doesn't seem fully set. So I don't know if there was something wrong with my Jell-O powder, but I don't think it's gonna change much from this. So, y'all, let's just try it. Final step is to add some dollops of sugar-free whipped cream. Everyone seemed to do this same little, dot formation. And all right, here we go. Fluffy Jell-O. You know, it's not that fluffy. Something was wrong with mine, but let's try. Oh, okay. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. Honestly, better than I thought it would be. I think maybe I should have used like 2 packets instead of 1. I don't know if it's just like weaker than gelatin. Something went wrong, but I'm not mad. It's not bad. Wow, okay. A treat, truly. Wow, I have my doubts, I did. But this is pretty good. Yeah, I'm getting it. It's fluffy. Honestly, I don't taste the yogurt like that much. It just sort of tastes like a creamy Jell-O. It's a little wet. Okay, delightful. I'm rocking with it. I'm gonna give this like an 8 out of 10. You know, I think I did something wrong, but that's on me. Okay, not all bad. All right, y'all, it's looking up. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge for dessert later, and let's see what's next. All right, y'all, this next one is truly the most harrowing of the bunch, and that is protein cereal. Y'all, I don't know if this one is rage bait. I feel like it might be, but I have seen multiple people do it, and I can't lie, I am intrigued. Let's watch. Oh. Oh. Well, pretty self-explanatory. You take ground beef, make a bunch of little meatballs, bake them in the oven, and then eat them in a bowl with some milk. Here is another person who did it. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of hearing it out. Maybe I just like the little meatball aspect, but I feel like it could be not that bad and enjoyable to eat. Y'all, especially with Beyond Beef, you know? I feel like sometimes this kind of has like a maple vibe. This one might be rage bait, but I'm not mad. I'm curious. So let's try it, y'all. I got some beef here. I got a pan, and okay, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 400 degrees, and let's make our little cereal. All right, this one's definitely got a strong cat food smell and feel. You never know with Beyond Meat. Honestly, this is giving kibble. But all right, I'm trying to get them... I'm gonna say I'm trying to get them into perfect ball shape. Don't know who I'm trying to impress with this. This is crazy. This is cat food. And what can I say? I love it. Purr. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, I'm getting the ball shape down. Also, guys, my mom's actually in town right now, sitting right over there. Wanna try this when I'm done?
I can't wait to try this when you're done.
You can't wait to try it?
Wow. What's with the tiny meatball?
It's protein cereal. Were you not listening?
I was not listening. Wow, protein cereal. Okay. That's not gonna feel like breakfast. I'm just thinking. Oh, though maybe if you season it like sausage.
I don't think it has to be breakfast.
Oh, okay. Well.
Oh, cereal. Cereal's breakfast. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
So this looks like you're making some tiny meatball soup. Like, what is that? Wedding soup?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Well, we will be putting it in some milk.
Milk.
So
yeah.
2026, you gotta get your protein in.
I guess so. All right, well, let me know when it's done.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
All right, y'all, well, there we have it. The tray is filled. I'm gonna wash my hands. And now we bake it in the oven until they are nice and brown and crispy, just like your favorite cereal. All right, I'll see y'all when it's done. All right, y'all, I think the beef is done. It's been like 10, 20 minutes. All right, y'all, that is what they're looking like, nice and crispy. Okay, I'm low-key excited. Smells delicious. I'm gonna let these cool, and then we'll have our high-protein cereal. All right, y'all, they have cooled down. Our cereal is ready. Okay, it's giving Cocoa Puffs. And okay, I have some milk here. Ooh, which goes first, cereal or the milk? I'll go with our cereal. I do feel like this is probably rage bait, but it's not working on me. I am not mad. I am down for it. All right, and here we have our high protein cereal. Let's give it a try. Oh. I'm not mad. You know, it's juicy. It's definitely stupid. I don't think this is a serious recipe, but I saw it and I wanted to try it. I don't know. I love Beyond Meat, so I'm not mad. I will say though, it is definitely a waste of time. I'd rather just eat a burger. Also, okay, couldn't you just like scramble it? Couldn't you just like make normal ground beef? And that would be even more cereal-like? Yeah, I think the people making this were doing it for rage bait, but they are not winning against me. I'm not taking the bait. I'm enjoying it. I'm a little hungry. I'm sorry, are you guys disturbed? Let's wrap it up. Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's like creamy meatballs. It's like fettuccine Alfredo adjacent. All right, well, there was that. I'm gonna clean up and then I have a little dessert for us. Y'all, I forgot I don't have any vegan milk for my mom.
It's
Sorry.
okay, I'm just gonna have one of the tiny meatballs.
I love egg, and it's a meatball, isn't it?
Sure is.
Yep, okay.
Pretty tasty. All right, thanks.
All right, y'all, the last one I wanted to do wouldn't be a TikTok protein food trends video without a cottage cheese one. And that is this high protein cottage cheese cookie dough recipe. Let's watch, shall we?
I'm honestly ashamed to share this recipe, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. It's cottage cheese
honesty.
edible cookie dough in a blender, pound of cottage cheese,
the
maple syrup, vanilla, puree that up until smooth into a bowl with vanilla protein powder and almond flour. We're going to stir that up and then throw in some chocolate chips, and this is already ready to shove into your mouth.
Good enough. Good enough. Love it. Out of all of them, though, I'm going to say this one does look the best good. Wait. Out of all of them, though, I'm going to say this one does kind of look the best. And he put the recipe in the description. Pretty easy. Okay. Cottage cheese, maple syrup, vanilla, almond flour, vanilla protein powder, and then dark chocolate chip. And okay, honestly pretty easy. We just add everything to a blender, or like the wet stuff, and then mix the rest all together in a bowl. So, all right, I got our blender right here. And then, okay, he called for a pound of low-fat cottage cheese, which is this entire container. Get all of that in there. 1/4 cup of maple syrup and the 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. All right. Oh my God. All right, let me scrape down the edges. All right, got it all nice and smooth. All right, and then pour it in. Okay, I've never blended up cottage cheese like this. I know this is like a popular protein situation, but it looks good. It smells good. All right, and then we mix in 2 cups of almond flour. Wow, okay. Well, it must be good. It's a big recipe. All right, got that. And then 1/2 cup of vanilla protein powder. All right, got that. All right, stir this until well incorporated. All right, it's a little lumpy. It's looking a little grainy. Not sure if that's the cottage cheese or the almond flour. So it's really wet. This is not cookie dough texture. Okay, I guess I'll add more almond flour. I'm not really sure. That does not look like his. All right, yeah, his is a lot thicker than mine. Okay, and I guess I'll add a little bit more of the protein powder. All right, well, I don't want to mess with the ratios too much, so I guess I'll just go with that. It's giving more of a batter than a dough. And then a cup of chocolate chips. All right, fold them in. Well, y'all, there we have it. High protein cottage cheese edible cookie dough. Let's give it a try. Okay. The texture is crazy. I think it is the almond flour that's like a little chunky. I got super fine almond flour. Could be finer. I'm tasting the clumps a little. But you know, it's really not bad. It's not good. It's not pleasant. It has potential. The chocolate chips are really carrying it. Okay, I feel like it would have been better with just normal flour. Not really sure why we did the almond flour. Well, I do have this entire bowl of it, so I am gonna go ahead and convince myself that I like it, because that cottage cheese was not cheap. That's crazy. Y'all. Yeah, I'm good with my chocolate protein powder mixed with water. I like my chocolate milk. I think we need to get a little, we need to calm down a little bit with this protein situation. I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 10. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop eating it because every bite I take, the score is dropping a little. Crazy texture. Not cookie dough. Just not at all cookie dough. Well, y'all, there we have it. I'm gonna clean up, but then we can't forget, we still have our Japanese cheesecake hack. So one sec. All right, y'all, the time has come. The moment we've all been waiting for. Our Japanese cheesecake has been marinating all day long. That's what it's looking like. Is it gonna taste like cheesecake? Let's see. Ooh. Oh. No. No, it does not. It's good. It's nice. But there truly is, it does not taste like cheesecake at all. There is nothing cheesy. It's also weirdly like, I don't know, I feel like now the Biscoffs are just like soggy. I feel like it would have been better if you just skipped the whole like marinating overnight. Marinating is not the right word. I feel like it would have been better if you just like crumbled some up on top of a bowl of yogurt. Yeah, what the hell? Gotta say, it is not as good as everyone was making it seem. It's fine. It is kind of pretty. You know, I like the visual element. All right, I am already getting full though. And I have probably already eaten the serving size of both, knowing that the serving size was only 4 cookies. Yeah. I think I'm good with that. Okay, I think I'm done. No, yeah, no. That's not cheesecake, girl. It's not even close. I don't know why the girls are calling this a high protein cheesecake hack. The only thing it hacked was my time. That said, I am continuing to eat it. You know, it's cookies. it's not bad. Okay, I should stop. Definitely thought it was gonna be better the way the girls were gagging over it. I'm gonna give that like a 5 out of 10. It's fine. Well, folks, I guess that's everything I have for you today. You know, had to check in with the culture. May we find peace soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those are all of the high protein TikTok food trends. I hope you all are having a good week. Do not forget, Patreon is coming soon. I will see you guys there soon and next week in a new vid. Okay, I'm gonna go. Well, I definitely got my daily protein. I can say I think we reached that. Okay, I'm out of here. Love y'all. Bye bye.